We got breaking news. 5 Americans wrongfully detained for years in Iran are finally back in the U.S. In fact, their plane landed just this morning at Fort Belvoir in Virginia. That's near Washington. After months of secret negotiations to make this happen. The group includes 2 businessmen, an environmentalist, and a former UN worker. Chief Foreign Affairs correspondent Margaret Brennan looks now at how this deal came together.
Just before dawn, the 5 newly freed Americans touched down today on U.S. soil.
It means that husbands and wives, fathers and children, grandparents can hug each other again.
Businessman Imad Shargi and environmentalist Murad Tabaz have been prisoners since 2018, held on what the U.S. considers trumped-up charges. Shargi's family said his freedom meant it was the first time in years that they felt light in their homes. 3 other American prisoners and 2 family members accompanied them Monday on a Qatar Airways flight for Doha, where they were handed over to U.S. custody. For 51-year-old businessman Siamak Namazi, that flight ended an 8-year ordeal.
And it's, a day for celebration, but tomorrow begins the rest of his life. And it's going to be a long journey towards recovery.
In exchange for the release, President Biden granted 5 Iranian nationals clemency. 2 were turned to open stretched arms of loved ones in Tehran late Monday. 2 remained in the U.S., and a 5th joined family in another country, according to Iranian officials. In addition, the regime will have access to $6 billion worth of unfrozen Iranian oil assets held in a restricted account in Qatar.
But that's my biggest problem with it, is not that the Americans are coming home, is that now elements all over the world realize we can get something in exchange for Americans. Let's take some.
The Biden administration insists the U.S. Treasury will be able to ensure the funds are only used for humanitarian purposes like food and medicine.
We have the means and mechanisms to make sure that that happens.
The next stop for the freed Americans is a U.S. military facility in the D.C. area for medical support to prepare them to once again be free persons. For CBS Mornings, I'm Margaret Brennan in Washington.